Hey everybody, welcome to Richter Knives, episode 13. We're going to talk about leather pocket knife slips today. And what you see right in front of you is all of my pocket slips. And admittedly, I have way too many, but I don't have enough. So let's dig right into this, okay? Um, Let me just, I guess, start at the top and show you what I really got. So most of these pocket slips I made myself, especially the ones you've seen with the R on it. Um, what I did is I went to Buc-ee's. If anybody's ever been to Buc-ee's in Texas, y'all know what I'm talking about. That's like the coolest store ever. Anyways, I found one of those branding irons and I brought it home and cut the end off of it, heated it up, and I'd stamp it on here. Uh, Anyways, I kind of roughed this leather up right here to make it look aged. Used some yellow stitching, and I thought it looked pretty cool. It's a little big for what I made it for. I actually made it for this knife right here, this case sow belly, which it works, but it comes out very easy, which not very good retention. But honestly, if it's in my pocket like this, it stays fine, and it stays upright inside my pocket. So I like the way it looks. I enjoy it. So there's that one right there. I got a lot more, so we're going to keep going. This one is the one I carried today to church. This I made out of some faux leather that I had. It's like a black, I don't even really know if it's I don't think it's real leather, just by the way it feels. It almost feels rubbery-ish. Anyways, I needed a black one. I had this stuff laying around, so it matched my suit. But it carries a medium size pocket knife. That's cool. It works real good for me a day in my suit pocket. Because I don't know about y'all, but really the only reason I carry a pocket slip is because I don't know if you've ever carried a knife and it starts out, you stick it in your pocket like this, and then it ends up like this, like a log in your pocket sideways. And that bothers me. But for some reason, if you put this right here in a pocket slip and stick it down in there, I guess this holds it straight up and down. And it makes it a whole lot easier to carry in your front pocket. I used to be a back pocket carrier guy, so I never used one of these. But here lately, I don't like things in my back pocket. So there's that. This right here, I normally use this pocket knife, and this is a useful leather company made by Dirk Dillon. I got this as a gift from one of my friends on Facebook group and Instagram, and he gifted me this with another knife that we had traded, and I love this so much, and I just love this leather. I like the way it's built. I like the size of it. I liked everything about it. So I ended up making one pretty much real close to it myself for the same pattern. I got a 72. So I made this one and put black stitching here. Anyways, there's that one. Oh Lord, where else I start? Okay, this one right here I made specifically for my case swayback jack. I carry this a lot, so I need a small one. And you see I put the XX on there. And also the red thread to make it match. It's almost wet formed. It's formed pretty well in there, but it fits right in there. So there's that one. And at one time, I had thought to myself, hey, I ought to just make a slip for every knife that I have. And I started on that, but gosh, I didn't finish that. That's a big task. But I did do some of them that way. Some of these are for generic, and some of these are actually for the knife that I made it for. So We've seen this one in a video, right? This is probably one of the coolest slips I've ever seen. And my friend Jonathan made this for me. And it's for my beaver, my GC 85. Beaver tail. But it fits right in there very well. Perfect. And man, that's a joy to carry. A very joy to carry. Love it. This will be in my collection until I die. I'm passing this on to my grandkids. Love this. Also, while we're doing that, he actually made me this one as well. I had a Benchmade Proper, and I had went to some websites and seen these EDC caddies, or I don't know what they're called. I guess it's an EDC caddy, but where you could carry your pen, your flashlight, which I had a flashlight and it broke. I need to buy me another one, a little small one. I have a long one, but it looks goofy in here. I put a Benchmade Proper in here. This fits really well. But he made me this as well. Put my initials on it. It's got a place for cards in the back. And this is heavy duty leather. Love it. It'll stay with me. What else? This one I made because I wanted a pocket knife for this small one right here. The small, I believe it's a 94, right? From GEC. Yep, 94. It's a Liberty. So that's what I did there. It's kind of goofy looking, but yeah, I made it. Now I own it. This one right here, you've seen this in all my videos as well. This is for my 71. I put the 71 right there. My GEC 71 bullnose goes right in there, and I tried to make it match, you know, texture. It doesn't exactly, but you can tell that that belongs to that. And admittedly, that's some of the best stitching I've done. I'm pretty happy about that. I'm not a professional or nothing like that. I just dabble in this leather thing. I only meant to start on it because I wanted my own slips, and I'm poor. So I went to, what do you call it? I think it's Hitch and Timber website, and seen some of the stuff they made, and I was like, man, I guess I can't afford this. I just gonna have to just make my own. So and they got some cool stuff, and I probably will end up buying some from them one day. But this one is gonna be for, actually let's start with this one. This one is also like an EDC caddy. I kind of thought this up in my head because I like the stitching this way, and I like that army green stitching. And I seen that on an Open Sea leather wallet, and I said, man, I've got to have stitching like that. This is Crazy Horse leather, and it gets scratched up, but you could just rub it in and then scratches kind of disappear. I like the you know, character that it gives. Just a place for your pen, your knife here, right? And a place for cards in the back, like I said. So that kind of replaces your wallet. I like it. May make more of these later. Also, let me take this out, because actually this knife, I made this slip for it. So I kind of tried to match the jigging, and I put the number of the pattern on here, 78, so it fits in there. And that's a joy to carry, because I really like this size. This size in this thick leather here, it just makes it ain't coming out. It's not coming out. You squeeze it and then it'll come out. but I like that so much that I made more of these. I made this one for my sod buster. I normally carry my, what is that? I don't know. I normally carry my Viper in this one. Right. And then, so since the Viper kind of took that one over, I made another one for my sod buster. My sod buster is red, so I made this one. This one is kind of dirty, and it's raw leather, which, unless raw leather gets patinaed up very quick, it always ends up to me looking dirty. I don't know what you can do. I guess you can put a finish on it, tan coat or something like that. I just don't have that. Anyways, ended up getting kind of dirty, so I really don't use this in too much. Thinking about dyeing it. I think that might help it out some. Made one like this, and you know, I've got a bunch of knives that I could put this in. I could put my Viper in it, my whatever. Just that size of knife will go pretty good in these. And I just wanted a different color, right? So this one's more of a brown. This one's more of a saddle tan. I made this one for, what do you call it? The old timer that I had, the USA old timer, or the newest version of the USA old timer, saw cut bone. And I tried to kind of mimic that saw cut by doing that scratch pattern in there. And I wanted it to look old and worn, and I wanted it to look, you know, just have as much character as I could. I even, on this stamp right here, kind of done it 2 or 3 times so it looks old and worn out. It's meant to look worn. And I actually use that brass because I know brass patinas well, but it hasn't really patinaed yet. This one I made for my daughter. We got her a case pocket knife. This is it right here. She picked this out her own self. We went to a local hardware store close to my house, and I told her, baby, pick you out any pocket knife you want. And this is what she picked out. She liked the covers, which they are admittedly beautiful. She doesn't really use it as often as I thought she would. Of course, you know, she's an 11-year-old girl. That's not their favorite thing, pocket knives, you know. I think she mostly got it because Daddy wanted her to have a pocket knife, right? But she got this stainless steel, and I believe it's called a mini copperhead. So I made her this slip with the blue thread to go with it, and she likes it. She comes, picks it up, looks at it every now and then. Also, this is one that I made for my case trapper because, like I said, I don't like putting my knife down in my pocket and then it end up looking like a log. And those heavy big knives like this will do that. So I made this big one. However, it just feels like a brick in my pocket. It's huge. So I normally don't carry this trapper with a slip, but I own it now. I made it, right? This one as well, I made this one to carry so I could carry my pen. And let me get a pen real quick. Carry my pen and a Viper. You could see my Viper has been in there a lot. And this is pretty cool to take to church or whatever. Put in your pocket, and you've got your pen and your knife. And this one has probably seen more time than any other slip that I have, because I like carrying my pen with me. I've got a brass Fisher Space pen. I've carried it for like 5 years. I've made a couple of these, sold them, gave them away. But this one I've carried, and it was probably this color. No. It was probably this color when I first started-ish. And it has darkened so much. It's unbelievable. And that's not black dye. That is just patina. This has patina all over it. And it's gotten a lot more pliable. And I like it. So, looking at all these slips, you say, how do you take care of all these slips? Usually what I do is, since I have all these slips, I don't want them to get moldy. It'll happen. If you don't take care of these things, they'll get moldy. You don't want to keep them in like a humid area or whatever. I lost one of my slips. Well, not lost it, but I ruined one by leaving it in a tackle box, and it turned straight mold. So I shouldn't have done that, but I've learned my lesson. So now what I do is when I go to put them up, I'll put this on them. This is Big Leather Conditioner, and it will not darken finishes of leather. And just a little bit on there, like that. And that'll serve this whole thing. And what it does is it just, that's actually a little bit too much, but I'll just rub that in there. I'll rub it on the back side. It just makes it softer, gives it a good sheen, and protects it. It gets rid of kind of some of them scratches as well, and it makes it look really good. This is for your boots, but you could pause that and see what you need there. Also, if you don't care if it darkens, you can also use something like mink oil. It waterproofs it, preserves it. One of the things you'd hate to do is take one of these slips right here and not have any kind of top coat on it, and then it gets water or something. It'll stain it and it'll look bad. This right here would waterproof it. I just kind of get a sponge and then I'll wipe it on. But this is pretty good. But it does darken your leather, like I said. But it smells really good. It actually makes your hands feel good too. And then that's pretty much it. So if you like knife slips, hey, let's talk about it in the comments, right? What kind of slip do you have? Do you make slips? Now, there's some out there that make some pretty cool slips. Let's see. There's a bunch of, I was about to shout out some folks on these leather slips, man. There's some folks that make some awesome ones that I pretty much want to get from some folks. Georgia Adventure, EDC Leatherworks, he makes some cool coffin slips, and they look, you know how I kind of try to make this one rustic. He makes them so rustic, you know, like, you know, this here, you can see kind of the stuff in the leather. He does a great job with those, and he has an Etsy channel, and he probably makes, you know, some every day. He makes so many of them, but he does a great job on that. And there's some other guys like Jonathan that I got this from. He's the best leather worker that I know. I mean, look at the art. It's ridiculous. He can do a great job. So there are a bunch of folks you can get these from. Even like I said, Dirk Dillon. Look at this. It's quality. Quality leather, quality stamping, and, you know, quality hardware. And it works. This is going to last you for a long time, and take care of that pocket knife that you don't want to scratch up. You know what I'm saying? And it'll sit up in your pocket to where it's not going to fall down and look like a log in your pocket. So there's some very cool leather guys doing their thing. Lynch Leather, man, I got to get some of his stuff. I know I'm missing 405 670 8.1197 folks, but there's a lot of folks that make these. Go get you one. Look around, search Instagram. There's a bunch. Etsy, like I said, and Hitchin Timber has some. There's so many different places that has some good ones. One Star Leather. Um, and I wish I could think of them all right now. And I hate that I'm not. But if you need a slip, um, and you don't know who to get to make you one, heck, I'll make you one. If you like anything that I do, holler at me. I can make you a leather slip. I'll probably have to go buy some more leather. I might be out, but you know, I'm not artsy like this, and I can't do all that, artwork. But I can make a plain slip. So, not plugging myself. I don't have a business doing this or anything. I just love knives. I have a passion for, leather work and slips and things like that. So, thanks for watching this. Don't forget, I'm a new channel. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, share this video. Also, ring that bell so you can get notifications when I have new videos. And thank y'all for watching. Also, thanks to all the support I've been getting from other knives channels. Today, yesterday, the day before, I've been shouted out so many times. These channels are just doing awesome. Some of my heroes in the knife community have, put my name out there. I just want to thank y'all today. Love y'all. Patty, Randy Johnson, golly, I'm going to miss somebody, so I'm going to stop talking. But hey, love y'all, and enjoy your knives, enjoy your slips, and thank y'all. So, leather slips, Richter, out.